Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. And in today's video we have some Open Great League videos, battles. It's the team I use to coach people, and if you're looking for coaching, you can check in the description my account on Metapie. If you're looking to book a coaching session. So if you guys been watching that channel, you know, like, I'm just having fun this season, so there is no pressure to climb. And I said I'm not gonna use Noctowl, Lantern Core, but to be honest, I was struggling with everything. Like, it seems that you either use Basti, Noctowl, Lantern, or you can't win. Until like I decided to use this team. This is like a kind of like a very old core, even people before Go Battle League start. Umbreon with DD, Umbreon DD core. It's probably the safest core that has been in the Great League meta ever since preseason, or like even before that. Umbreon with DD is just like has the too decent of a coverage where they cover each other very well, and they have lots of charge moves, and they pretty much, their charge moves cover the entire game. There is no Pokemon that can resist all the charge moves from both Pokemons. So that's plus the insane bulk that both they have, which make him the safest Pokemon to use. So here is a matchup. I believe DD doesn't beat Lantern. I don't need to shield here, because this means that I will be getting energy on my Noctowl, and I believe they don't have a Charmer or a Lantern. I should still win this game. And there comes the Charmer. Maybe if I shielded, I would have been able to get to a third move, but I still need to land 2. So I don't know about this team. Doesn't make sense, and I wouldn't recommend using it. It worked against my team though, so that's the thing. I still have 2 shields. So this game, which is the next one, I'm going to be able to use 4 because I saved 2 from last game. Okay, Registeel lead. It's a good lead for DD. So here's the thing. Every time I throw at 8, sometimes people catch on G-Fisk. So I'm like, I'm not going to throw. I'm just going to keep countering on the next one. So the first one is always Zap. So if you want to shield, you shield that one in case they focus blast the second one, right? So here I'm like, I'm just gonna shield them, farm him all the way down. They got the attack fell, which is gonna give me much more farm. So they brought an Azu. I mean, ideally I should have done one counter, but I'm like, yeah. So I'm gonna be able to throw another one, and luckily he didn't shield. By the way, 2 Thunderbolts almost KO the Azu, but he got the attack fell on from the Zap Cannon. Now all I need is just to shield this Noctowl. Him staying in means this, they are weak to Noctowl in the back. So what do they have? They have their own Noctowl, which is good, because now Umbreon can beat this Noctowl as long as I land the Sky Attack. Noctowl has pretty decent bulk, but Umbreon is a beast when it comes to bulk. Umbreon is the second bulky Pokemon after XL Bastiodon, I think. You could say the third after Chansey, but no one cared about Chansey, correct? Yo. Nerfing Chansey was probably the only good decision Niantic ever made. So they get to a move. It's not the greatest, but I don't think they can win, because at this point I can just go straight foul play, and then from there I can, yeah, there is nothing they can do, and yeah, that's a good game. So I get questions, what do we do if we don't have a DD? There is no answer to that questions, honestly. If you don't have a DD, you don't have a DD. There is no replacement. I know some people say Medi, but the thing is, Medi doesn't beat the same stuff that DD does. So if you want to replace DD, you have also to replace Umbreon. So you either run DD Umbreon, and if you don't have a DD, you run Medi Sableye. So there is no replacement for one Pokemon. Okay, that was a good catch, I'm not gonna lie. And I use Umbreon in this team just to make him swap the G-Fisk, because lots of people always swap G-Fisk into Umbreon, because G-Fisk still win this matchup since no one shield Umbreon, and they win the 0 pretty cleanly, right? I need to get to the next move. I think I'm just gonna swap out, because I'm assuming that he doesn't have a Trev, and they threw this move, so let's see what they have. And there comes the Trev. So actually me catching that move was great, because now I can throw 2 Psycho Boosts here, and then go back to Umbreon to mate to force him to throw his energy. And this game should be a pretty clean game. Look at that. Yes, Trev is an amazing Pokemon. It's solid, but can Trev beat Umbreon and Noctowl? No. That's why I stopped running Trev. Because there's so many Noctowls. I'm just gonna farm him down. There is no point of throwing at this point, not gonna lie. But I'm just gonna farm down. I decided to throw here for no reason, but I mean, opponent didn't top left, so I'm like, he's wasting my time. How about I waste his time? And now I'm wasting your time, guys, because you guys have to watch this battle so we can move forward to the other game. But yeah, that's pretty much how you play DD with Umbreon. You always pretty much need to save the DD in case they have a G-Fisk, and you need to do some counter damage. And again, this is not a straightforward team. DD is not a straightforward Pokemon. You don't go for winning the lead with DD. You pretty much always want to Psycho Boost and swap, because Psycho Boost is what makes DD a solid Pokemon. So I threw a Psycho Boost and dip to Noctowl, and I think I'm in a good situation as long as I shield the Blast Burn, which I did, which means I get to my next Sky attack before he gets to the Blast Burn. I am sure I don't. I mean, like, to the third, because I'm gonna shield this one. So if he bait, I need to do 3 or just get rid of it, because a Charizard is just the hardest hitting charge move Pokemon now in any meta. And here you pretty much want a Shadow Ball, but I was thinking that he might throw the move, the Ice Punch. So I should be catching here, not gonna lie, but it doesn't matter. I can just go back to my DD and counter it down. They just swapped this Pokemon, so I'm just gonna go for the catch, and they didn't catch. That's one. The counter damage is actually gonna put it in much easier range to beat with Umbreon. And remember, we still have a loaded DD, which does lots of damage to every Pokemon. And look at this, wait. Look how perfect the game is. My Umbreon took a break during this battle. Yeah, this game, I don't know, the last 3-4 days the game has been horrible. Look at this. Attack. Throw a charge move. Now watch after. We do the bubbles here. Yeah, this game. I'm like, okay, 1. Look at this. 2. Now watch the Umbreon. Was it this one? I think the one before. Okay, let's see. Is it this one? 1? No. It has to be this one now. Yeah, this one. Look at this. 2. Now watch Umbreon. Umbreon didn't attack for 1 second, and it was just sitting there doing nothing. Okay, I don't know what Niantic is doing. They said they are working on fixing the game. Sky Attack doesn't KO here, which means I should be able to get to this move. I can also swap out and blind Psycho Boost. So let's see what I do here. Yes, we swap out, we Psycho Boost, and we are still close to the other to the next Psycho Boost. So this game should be pretty much a GG. Shadow Ball does not KO because DD is just a beast. Look at that. And Psycho Boost finished the game, and we win that. Moving on to the next game. Okay, this is not a straightforward matchup. Well, they swapped out. Okay, we will talk about how do I play the G-Fisk lead, and we got denied here. That's like, what is happening in this game? So I'm throwing the foul play here, and 1 doesn't KO. So I need to throw another move. I'm like, maybe he's gonna shield because he's gonna be greedy to flip swap for some reason, because he swapped out. Now he might want to not have. And I'm like, that was a weird shield. You know what? I'm just gonna match it because I can easily get 2 foul plays on the G-Fisk. You know why? Because Umbreon is a beast. Okay, first foul play, and this is gonna help me a lot because now DD can actually counter down the G-Fisk. Okay, we go DD. They swap to Trevenant. We go Noctowl. Opponent is still in for some reason, and let's see. Opponent Shadow Balled me. Opponent is funny. He's trying to BM. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna farm him all the way down. You know what I'm gonna do after? Yeah, he's going straight Shadow Ball. Yeah, he's so funny. I'm gonna Shadow Ball him back. I'm gonna do no bubbles. I'm gonna Sky Attack his G-Fisk now, and I'm gonna do no bubbles as well. And he shielded. Yeah, nice. Losing and BMing. I am sure you BM when you win, okay? But yeah, take that as a lesson, opponent. Don't BM when you're losing. BM when you're winning. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, why did it Reshiram? I'm sure. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't edit this battle. Okay, we have Zubat into Reshiram. Reshiram pretty cleanly win this matchup. They plotted Nidorina, which is also doesn't beat Reshiram. So we go straight Crunch in this matchup. What about Fusion Flare? This is not a non-legacy Reshiram. This is the old Reshiram. I upgraded my Reshiram actually to a level 50. But that's not the one I'm using, but because I get a new one. But yeah, pretty much we get a Zubat, and Home Slice Henry in chat said that's the hundo, and I believed him, and then I checked the IV and it wasn't even nowhere close. Okay, that was a 4-1 set, by the way. Ninetales in the lead. I do 10 counters usually, and I throw Thunderbolt. And this is an annoying matchup because A9 beats the backline. Well, it's not Powdered Snow, so technically it doesn't beat the backline. What do I do after? Look at this. We wait, and I Psycho Boost. Yes, I have Noctowl. I think I misplayed this one, because I have to insta-throw the Sky Attack. I think I should be insta-Sky Attacking. So I think maybe I'm just gonna double up then throw. Yeah, this is fine. Because I don't want to give the A9 any charm for no reason. And I insta threw the move. I expected the A9 to come, but they sent me a Dunsparce. So now this is fine because I can go Umbreon. He swapped to his A9, and I did 2 counters because I don't want to do 4, not gonna lie. I threw the Psycho Boost. They shielded. Now I need to shield back because Last Resort doesn't KO there. So 1 throw. So is it a necessary shield? I don't know actually, because I don't want to take charm damage. And here I overfarmed for no reason again, so that's a misplay on me because I mean I was playing on stream, so I don't think I was counting. But I could see this Snarl coming in handy because they need 3 drill runs to KO. I need 2 foul plays to KO. So the best play now, I need to throw one of those on CMP. Okay, this wasn't on CMP, so I'm guessing the next one will be on CMP, but I think I looked up the health, and the foul play didn't do half that health, which means another foul play doesn't KO. So this is where you throw Last Resort. This is actually a good play, not gonna lie. Because foul play doesn't KO there, and he's like 1 or 2 fast moves away from the next drill run. So yeah, Last Resort does 5 more damage. DD Mir. In this matchup, the better PvP IV wins. Well, the one who wins CMP can also win, because you need a DD that lives the counter plus 2 Thunderbolts plus 5 counters after, and only I think the top 5 ranking do live that, and eventually if both have top 5 or top 10 IV, it's gonna come to the one who wins CMP, because my old DD would die in 5 counters. But look at this. I lived 5 counters to throw this. I mean, they caught on Umbreon, but I'm just here trying to show a point. And I insta-swapped to Noctowl. I assumed it's a Mir team. So if it's a Mir team, I want my Umbreon on their Noctowl. So I'm not gonna win this. But you know what I'm gonna win? I think I should be winning the game because he's not gonna shield this, right? So I can use 1 shield here to chip his Umbreon. Let's see. Umbreon mean Noctowl. I think this is this is where he made a mistake, but he is supposed to shield one of those, so I made sure to throw in good timing. Okay, I didn't shield, so technically it wasn't. So I'm just... Oh, it's Walrein. Yeah, I remember this matchup. Here's the thing. Walrein still win the 2 against Umbreon, so I don't win this matchup. The only way I win this is by shielding an Earthquake. So I'm like, maybe he Earthquake first. Well, no, he didn't. So I need to call this. And he Icicle Speed, so that was a good call. I don't win without shielding the Earthquake. So I still don't win. So now I'm gonna do 2, then try to catch maybe. Lost hope. Okay, I waited a turn. Maybe he was like trying to throw in good timing. And I shield an Icicle Spear, so we actually lose. Because now they are at the Last Resort. Maybe I shouldn't just shield at all. But here's the thing. There is a timer. and Earthquake does KO hit. So even if I did that, I would still lose because the timer would be in their favor. Goon lead, this is pretty much a solid lead for me, so I'm just gonna stay in here. And here's something sometimes you have to notice, like, when does the opponent throw? So they throw on 7, right? Which mean they don't over farm. So I'm just gonna catch on 7. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Yes. And we got a Shadow Ball. So pretty much the game is GG. I don't think there is a comeback for them. Look at this. I have 3 fully healthy Pokemons. So if he brings an Obstacle into this, usually they don't have an answer to that, which means my Umbreon is supposed to be safe against whatever they have in the back, because my DD is going to align versus Obstacle. Yes, Obstacle is Dark and DD is Psychic, and Dark is supposed to be Psychic, but DD has Counter, and that thing is double weak to Counter. Okay, we swapped. They have a Lantern, which is kind of expected, and that was the main reason, one of the reasons also why he swapped Noctowl. Because if you see a Noctowl good matchup, you always go Noctowl in case they have a Trevenant, because Noctowl can get RPS'd while Umbreon doesn't get RPS'd in the current meta. Umbreon is the safest Pokemon in the current meta, and DD Umbreon is the least RPS. You can RPS them if they have like Trev, Sableye. No, Sableye, Umbreon is neutral. You can RPS them if they have Trev, but for you, there's pretty much no bad matchup with those two Pokemons. Yes, I think the only way for you to lose is like losing the lead pretty hard and losing swap pretty hard. And Medi is doesn't beat Umbreon, by the way. Umbreon wins the 0 if they don't have a power-up punch. So that's something you guys keep in mind. Umbreon can beat Medicham in the 0, especially if you swap into them. So if you swap and they try to counter you, swap with a Medicham. That was a good win. Shadow Swampert is pretty tricky for Deoxys defense. Why? Because 2 Hydro Cannons KO. So usually I always throw here on 9, the first one, and then shield the second one, because I cannot take it. And they EQ'd, which means that people usually try to catch after you EQ. If they no shield, I wanted to go Noctowl. Sorry, if they shield, I wanted to go Noctowl. If they no shield, I want to go Umbreon. Why Umbreon? Because Noctowl usually... So... I'm expecting Swampert with this. So it's not a Lantern, right? Because you don't run double you don't run double water. Okay, it's Swampert double flyer. I'm like, what was the team? Pretty much it's a Charizard in the back, but it has to be a Medi. If it's Medi Noctowl, then it's a Charizard in the back, but if it's Swampert, it's usually Altaria. So here's the thing, I landed the move, there is no point of staying in, so now I need to shield the Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast or whatever the fairy move that Altaria has, which I managed to do. So this is actually a good situation with save. And they brought in back the Swampert, so I can let one of the moves go and I can shield one. And here's the thing, my DD can still get to a move if they don't throw from Swampert, so I can try to throw I can pretty much swap now to DD and force them to throw, because there is no way they cannot throw. They have to throw. And now we go back to Noctowl, we farm them down, and I didn't look up the HP. So usually when you have 2, 1 of 1, and you're not sure, you throw Shadow Ball because it does more raw damage. Okay, that was a good win. Moving to the next game, Shadow Zapdos. What does Zapdos do? It destroys Noctowl and Charizard and Medicham, and those are pretty much meta. Okay, G-Fisk swap. This is how you play it. You stay in as a DD, you keep countering. Once they throw Earthquake, you shield, and then you go Umbreon. Why? Because that energy, you're going to use that energy later in the game to beat them. And if you throw energy from DD onto G-Fisk, you pretty much don't do anything. So you pretty much is always better holding on that energy, like I did. So now what do I have? I have almost 2 full HP Pokemons, and I have DD with lots of energy. So now what am I going to do? I'm just going to throw these moves to put it in double Psycho Boost range. And I hope that... I don't think this kills if it's a drill pick. Yes, so this is great. And I don't care about timing here, because I'm going to swap and throw the rock move. They caught on the Trevenant, which is actually good for them as a catch, but I don't think it's going to change anything. You know what do we have for the Trevenants? We have Noctowl. So I'm gonna throw the next Psycho Boost if they decide to farm down, which is good for me. And if they KO me, that's even better. So now I'm just gonna farm them all the way down and go straight Shadow Ball, and the Shadow Ball should do enough damage to take them out. Thunderbolt pretty much KO there. I'm not sure. But Shadow Ball also KO because Noctowl is just a safe, solid Pokemon. Another 4-1 set. And we hit Expert. And I think I have like 650 battles or 700. I've been kind of busy like recently, and I'm doing like I'm playing only 2 days a week. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for watching. If you're looking for a team, I believe this is the least RPS team, the safest. And I hope I explained most of the matchups as much as I could. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like, new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace.